So Survivor Series, my first pay-per-view, live pay-per-view since middle school. What did I think? Well, the big takeaway outside of was this pay-per-view oh god, that's the thing on my list, was not as good as it should have been, and I kind of feel like a spoiled internet fan for saying that, but I recognize good shit when I see it. I feel like the problem for this pay-per-view is a very typical problem for just the program week to week, and that's, even Steven 50-50 booking. The thing about that is when everyone's the same, nobody gets over. It's just how that works. I don't want to say the entire pay-per-view was bad, because it wasn't. I loved that elimination women's match. That was awesome. I loved that. I loved the elimination tag match. That was awesome. All of the Survivor Series matches were really good, but again, that 50-50 booking, no one really gets over mentality just dragged everything down. And this felt like a setup pay-per-view. Like, the finish to every one of those felt like, oh, we're just setting up the storyline to go further. We're not really ending anything here. And this, now that the brand split's back, when the brands meet, it should feel like a bigger deal than that. Also, both of the singles title matches were ass and had shit finishes. Kalisto versus Brian Kendrick should not have been that bad. And why the fuck did Baron Corbin come out? I am the closest you get to a Baron Corbin fan. Even I went, really? Fucking Baron Corbin? Who gives a fuck about Baron Corbin? And I really like Baron Corbin. I feel the need to preference that. To not complain the whole time. Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho remembering continuity is just awesome because the commentators refuse to acknowledge continuity. And I remember that. But Chris Jericho being mad at Dean Ambrose for owing him $1,500 or however much for breaking a stupid light bright jacket, that's awesome. Chris Jericho falling to his knees when the list of Jericho was broken, that was great. All of the spots in the women's match, the fast, intense action of the tag elimination match was great. Before I forget, because I'm going to talk about that finish. Oh boy, we're going to talk about that finish. Before I forget, Roman Reigns is still the biggest babyface. No, he's still the biggest heel in the company. Luke Harper is now the biggest babyface for virtue of super kicking the soul out of Roman Reigns. It was awesome. Also, the one thing that can turn Roman babyface, if only for the moment, is the power of a Shield reunion. That was awesome. Those will always be awesome regardless of how stupid it is for them to be working together at any given time. So that finish, I am so conflicted about that finish. Goldberg went over. Goldberg went over on Brock Lesnar. What world am I living in? I feel bad because I wanted Goldberg to win. I wanted Goldberg to go over, but not this way. Never this way. It was a really good storyline building up. Like, the storyline from Goldberg's perspective was like, I got to promote the video game, and it reinvigorated what I loved about wrestling, and that was being a superhero to kids and being an inspiration. Like, I've got a wife and a child who've never seen me wrestle, so I'm gonna get in for one last badass spear, one last devastating jackhammer. But then you get it from Brock's perspective, and he's doing the Brock Lesnar thing. I was like, I don't have time for this pro wrestling superhero bullshit. And Paul Heyman's like, yeah, at WrestleMania, everyone wanted the streak to live forever. But then the reality that is Brock Lesnar killed that old motherfucker. And so it's like, yeah, Brock Lesnar should kill this old son of a bitch who hasn't wrestled for 12 years. And then spear, jackhammer, pin, and Goldberg beats Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar been built up for 2 years as being an unkillable force of God, and he just got beat by an old man. Like, what? What? The streak died for this? I know there are a lot of people who are saying, like, well, having this visceral reaction is good. That means they made something good right now. No, it does not. There were a lot of visceral, angry reactions from WCW. That company is dead now. My overall feelings on Survivor Series was it was a setup pay-per-view before it was a big landmark thing like it should have been. But in terms of being a setup pay-per-view, good job. I want to know what happens next. What the fuck happens with Brock Lesnar now? Also, Bayley vs. Charlotte. I can't wait for that.